the Michigan experience because it was historical from a standpoint of us looking up to y'all, the streets loving y'all, but the pushback that you guys got from mainstream media, the school, after you all did so much for them, and now, I mean, it makes us feel good when you hear, they're starting to accept y'all back because the shit was bullshit to begin with. But talk to us about that journey, that experience, because, I mean, you were at the top of the top at times, and even when you're at the top, probably emotionally, you felt like you was at the bottom because all the bullshit y'all was facing.
Correct, and you ready for this? And again, like, I have no ill will to my Michigan experience. I said, once Juwan got the job, I cleansed everything.
Yeah.
As long as I could go to a game, my brother standing on the sideline, suited and booted, even if they don't acknowledge us, they gotta acknowledge us because my brother's standing right there.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, to answer that question, they still don't acknowledge us. To this day. To this day.
No, the balance not going back up?
They ain't, I was just I got season tickets. I can look it up. I don't see nothing.
Motherfucker's still not up there, huh?
To this day.
That's weak. That's weak, Tucker. Just like he said,
right.
I just told him. I remember my junior year in high school, in '95. We bald heads, big shorts, black socks, because of y'all. So we know what the influence. So for y'all not to be accepted there, that kind of just says a lot about the university to people like us.
To this day, Deontay Wilder. I got season tickets. I go to the games to represent for my brother. I ain't go back when C-Webb got his ban, and then like how we wasn't acknowledged from when I left until like 2020. No, not 2018. It was like a 20-year period. I ain't go back to Ann Arbor but like once. One time. Until Juwan got the job. That's when I let it go. But they still ain't like acknowledging us. The Fab Five numbers ain't even retired at Michigan.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Right now. Like, I was just watching a kid, shout out to Robbie Humble, a kid that go to Purdue. I was watching the game, like, he got his number retired? Like, and so I had to ignore it, Matt. I had to ignore it, Jack. I had to just let it go.
Damn. How hard is that though? Because just like that's some of your best years of your life.
The best.
You know what I'm saying?
The best.
And them bonds that y'all built, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna last forever.
And what pisses me off is that my Texas brothers don't get their true salute.
Yeah.
Like, I love Ray and Jimmy, and I ride for them on and off the camera. They'll tell you. And I hate that Ray Jackson sacrificed so much to be a part of our team, and I know he was purposely kept out of the NBA at that time.
Really?
Purposely. He won MVP of the CBA and still didn't get in the league.
Yep, sure did. Sure did.
That's the equivalent, y'all, of winning the MVP of like the G League or whatever the main minor. He was balling.
That was our G League back then.
Yeah, he was balling. He deserved a chance to play. Same with Jimmy. And so now that the NIL rules exist, imagine if they could have got bread then. We had Hirachis that we was rocking, long shorts, black shoes. Imagine if we got bread off of every pair of black socks that get sold. We would have had that.
Facts.
We would have had that.
Nobody wasn't doing that.
We would have had that. And so I hate that for them.
Yeah.
Because Ray, in particular, he sacrificed the most. Ray was faster than us. He's more athletic than us. Like, I used to sit back and marvel at him, like you should have went to Texas, dog.
Facts,
me and him had this conversation. He'll tell you, we're in South Quad at U of M, and he wasn't playing. I had talks with Ray like, dog, you might need to think about transferring. He was that good.
Yeah.
He gave up that much. And so I hate for them not to get their love.
Right.
Because they deserve it so much.
I mean, obviously we're touching on the lows, but talk about some of the highs and the culture, how you guys were able to, intermix the culture of hip hop and sports at such a young age. Like, normally you leave that to an Allen Iverson when he gets to the NBA, but you guys were able to do it as teenagers.
Like, Magic and Bird, like, helped revolutionize the NBA for the 80s.
Right.
Like, so that's the league I ended up watching. And then, like, Jordan and Isaiah and Hakeem and all of these guys get drafted in the 80s. So, like, they needed to turn around the image of the NBA. So they weren't really, like, politically driven as the athletes before them. The Muhammad Ali's, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Bill Russell, they weren't as politically driven. But I looked up to UNLV's team. Anderson Hunt went to my high school.
Okay.
You know, the Final Four MVP in 1990, played with LJ and Stacey Augmon. He went to my high school. Derek Coleman was when he was at Syracuse. Big John when he was at Georgetown. Big John actually reached out to us because that was a time where he was opposing the Prop 48 rules. And the game would start, they tossed the ball up and Big John to walk off. Well, he was in contact with us about doing it too. A lot of people don't realize that. And us just being ourselves and realize, like, this one, I know this sounds crazy. This is when rap music wasn't accepted by sports.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, when I was in high school, using the layup line and stuff, like, they wasn't playing rap.
Nope.
I remember I was the DJ. I used to bring the tapes. You had to put the little tissue at the top of the tape, like start it right here. And because when I was in high school, Southwestern, KRS-One had a song called South Bronx. And we were Southwest, and we were like, Southwest, Southwest, all BMF being there, fur coats on. It was crazy. it was nuts. You know, and they purposely come in middle of the first quarter.
Just to stop the game.
Just to stop them. 50 of them. White furs, full lengths, 3/4, truck jewels, everything. They stopped the game. So that is where it came from for me. Like, I was playing, like, it's almost like above the rim. Like, I was playing.
Birdie and then walking the gym.
Yeah. So it was like, Sling Crack Rock who got a wicked jump shot.
Yeah.
So it was like, I was hooping, they was hustling. And, like, Detroit was on fire at that time. Pistons won back-to-backs. Desmond won the Heisman. The Tigers won the World Series. We were the Fab Five. So it was a great time to be us. But I realized we arrived, I went to KMEO Summer Jam.
That was the shit.
Early 90s. And it was all of the top artists. And again, this is before sports embraced rap. You used to hear Woot, There It Is. And what's my guy name? This is how Montel Jordan.
Montel Jordan, yeah.
Yeah, those the only songs they played.
Facts.
Those the only songs they played. And I'll never forget going
And
to
Will Smith.
Yeah, oh yeah, Will, for sure. Yeah, the parents just don't understand.
Yeah.
Right? And I went to KMEO Summer Jam after our freshman year. And this one, Hammer was the #1 artist in the world. And the Pistons were the first team to adopt You Can't Touch This. That's what brought rap to the NBA, which brought it to sports. And I remember there was so many artists. TLC, Deion Sanders was there also. It was all the Bay Arts, Too Short, E40, Spice One, Pete Rock, CL Smooth, everybody, MC Light, it was everybody. And I was like trying to get in a little bit, you know how we do it, whatever, strolling up. Then Louis Burrell, Hammer Brother, was like, let him in. Like, yeah, let me in. Get the way, dog. Because Hammer, it was like 100 of them.
Yeah, he wrote deep.
Every show.
He wrote
it was
deep.
like 100 of them. So I got a chance to, like, and before I knew it, I was up on the stage. And then during the, like, intermissions of the show, it was like a basketball court. And I was around my favorite artists. They go LL, they go Run DMC, they go EPMD, Naughty by Nature. And they knew who I was. I was like, yo, this is crazy. And I ended up being friends with them. EPMD gave me a Sky Pager. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I used to go to East Islip when I was in college. There's a picture of me online when I got a Hurricane shirt on. I'm holding up a 40 ounce. Like I was at the EPMD studio when I took that picture.
That's dope.
So that's when I felt like I arrived.
Yeah.
That's when I felt like the Fab Five arrived because the culture embraced us.
Hell yeah.
Because mainstream media didn't like us.
No, hell,
so I
absolutely
look
not.
back at it now, they look at it like, oh, we the Fab Five. It's kind of like when I look at the career of Muhammad Ali. Like, when he died or when he got Parkinson's, it seemed like he got embraced.
That's what happened. When he couldn't, that's crazy. I said
That's my idol.
I said it to somebody. When he couldn't talk, that's when they gave him his love.
Like, it's an iconic moment that he lit the torch in Atlanta. But that's one of my least favorite Muhammad Ali moments because that was not his best.
He didn't look right. Yeah, he didn't look right.
That was not his best. We met him when we were in college. We went to his room. He did magic tricks for us. He gave us confidence, like, don't let nobody muzzle y'all voices. All that. He moved to Michigan. I got a chance to meet him a lot. And so we as athletes and as Black people came a long way to expressing ourselves. And he was a trailblazer for that. Deion Sanders was another trailblazer for that. Anytime you tell yourself you great, before they tell you great, they don't like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't
Especially when you right. Especially when you right.
Correct, exactly.
Especially when you right.
So it went down like that.
What part did you play in the Fab Five swag? Like, I know everybody had their own input. The baggy shorts, the shoes, what part you played?
It's hard for me to, like, say it without people thinking, like, I'm trying to make it about me.
But you was the fashionable one, though.
But I was the
one. To this day, look at it.
I was the one that cared. I cared more. That's all.
Yeah.
Like, Jawan was like, dog, I'm trying to ball. Jawan's a professional. Jawan was always 10 years older than us.
Yeah.
But the same age.
But the same age. Never had not a fresh cut, always had a big goatee, always had a crease in his pants. Like, we all kept our originality. And so many times people talk about us all wearing bald heads. He ain't cut his hair bald.
He didn't?
No.
Yeah.
He's like, I love y'all. I ain't cutting my hair bald. I'm ride or die. But I ain't cutting my hair bald.
Right.
And so, like, I started wanting to wear the shorts because Doug Smith, Missouri, Steve Smith, Syracuse, Anderson Hunt, UNLV, Steve Smith, Michigan State. They used to all come home in the summer and bring me shorts.
Right.
So I used to have those satin shorts down to my knees without the
game
holes.
shorts, yeah.
You know, they get heavy when you start sweating in them, but they was so cold. So, like, by the time we got to college, I'm like, y'all got a Nike contract. I know y'all can get us some longer shorts. That's really what it was.
Yeah.
Bobby Bland, I remember his name, our equipment guy, like, we want some longer shorts. And then the other thing, y'all know, Nike rep came in, welcome to the school, everything's great. Man, he put out some power forward shoes, man. Backup power forward shoes.
Back up.
Yeah, like, dog, we not wearing them.
Barclays.
Where the Bo Jackson?
Yeah, the Hirachis.
The Deons. We ain't wearing those.
Yeah.
High tops up to my calf. I'm not wearing them. And so that's when the Hirachis came. They didn't even want us to wear them because they felt like it wasn't a basketball shoe because your ankles were out.
Right.
And so we wore them. They's like, you got to get your ankles taped before every practice, before every game, for a lawsuit. Like, nah, okay, cool. And then we signed a little waiver so we could wear those shoes. And that's where, like, the whole fashion thing with the shoes came from. The bald heads, it was more like just solidarity. One for all for one, whatever. The socks, Ray Jackson.
Really?
Yes, indeed. We were about to play in Texas. I forgot one of them Texas schools. And Ray's homeboy came to the hotel. Ray was like, I've been traveling, bring me some socks. And he brought Ray a gray pair with blue Nike. And I was in the room playing Madden. And Ray came in the room and he pulled out the socks. I'm like, dog, where you get them from? He's like, he just got them for the mall. And then we all looked like, did they have some black ones? Right? Like, So we went to the mall. Now just think about this. They didn't have 5 pairs of black socks at an entire mall. The first game, I wore dress socks on top of my white socks.
Yeah.
True story. I had on dress socks. We went into the little stall, we put on our unis, covered up the socks, We ain't gonna snap off our pants until right before the tip-off. So they won't tell us no. You know how that works. We do it prior, gotta get it from the PR, gotta get it from the coach.
Somebody gonna shut it down.
They gonna shut it down. Exactly. So we gonna make sure they can't shut it down.
Yeah.
So that's how we did it.
That's dope. Hell yeah.
Oh, Rice. That's who he was playing. He was playing against Rice.
What's your relationship with Coach Fisher now?
I love him. He should be in the Hall of Fame. 3 Final Fours, a national championship. He should be in the Hall of Fame. Did great with San Diego State, brought their program back to life. Brian Dutcher, who now coaching, was the lead recruiter. Jawan signed with him first. Now their head coach. He was giving out tickets on campus. Now they got a real program. He should be in the Hall of Fame. He's got as many championships as Jim Boeheim. And my guy at Michigan State, who I love. Izzo. I mean, he got as many championships as them. So I feel like he deserved it.
What's your relationship with Webb? We touched on it in Atlanta when we had him. Recently just inducted to the Hall of Fame. Saw that shout out. But what's your relationship with Webb?
I love Webb. And I'm almost sure, especially since Juwan just re-signed, that I'll see him in Ann Arbor. I'm back living in the D, and I see he just did
The
some
cannabis
incredible
stuff out there.
donation to cannabis. And Al killing them in Detroit, too. Shout out to Viola. I just love how strip clubs and weed used to be taboo. Even though everybody else was doing it, now we starting doing it. It's great to see us getting profit off of it. And so I believe we'll be able to break bread this year or whatever at a game. I'm glad I got a chance to be there when he got inducted in the Hall of Fame. I'm glad he got a chance to be on the show right after I lost my mom. And so we goody. I have no problems, no ill will with my brother. Of course, we need to probably sit down and talk about some dot some I's and cross some T's or whatever. But, you know, I'm taking the bullet for C. Webb. That's my brother.